Alrighty. I think I just noticed something that I want to work on, which is making the menus interactable using the buttons, controller, not the mouse. Although I guess you could use the mouse. I should just not use the mouse. Maybe in the main menu. Makes sense. I also have a bunch of mouse buttons. Shoot, jump. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of little things I want to refine. Message box sound, so that's a thing. I can add that as well. Menus, interactable via controller. Silence this thing. All right. So the way that I want to do that is I have, are they both the same thing? I think I have one menu controller, so that's kind of helpful, I think. If I go to camera, HUD, canvas, maybe not. Game over, menu controller, there we go. All right, so I use the same script for two different things. Whatever. So let's say that we're navigating the menu. Something should be selected by default. So I'll have that there. Let's see, continue button. Let's say button, there's a default selected. How do I set a button to selected? That's a good point. If select default selected button, default selected button dot set select. How does that do? Give me some info, Unity. All right, that's not helpful either. All right, maybe I can get some info from the Unity selectable interface. Selectable. Why is it always old documentation? Versions without this page. Interesting. All right. Simple selectable object. All right, so select selects this selectable. Okay. So I'm going to go to button and see if that has anything specific. Select. Find selectable object next to this one. Find selectable on down. Finds the selectable object below this one. left of this one. Okay, so this is kind of a thing. Pressed. Okay, so there's also pressed. So I think select is the right option, is the right state that I'm trying to get. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll set that to, didn't make it public, did I? What do we got? A retry button should be the default. Just throw that there. Alright, so that means that by default, if I were to jump out of this ship, no. And why is that? Highlighted, pressed, selected. How do I know which state it's currently in? Visualize? What does that do? How about highlight? I just don't think select does anything. So let me do this instead. So I thought selected was the same as pressed. I'll just do that. Alright, so still nothing happened. I'm gonna get rid of the on mouse. Nah, I don't really care about that. All that does is play the hover sounds. Sprite swap. Animation content. Okay. This is not. I can manually do it. Then what's the point of using Unity's UI? Hover, on click. Is active UI behavior. Is interactable. I might have to do this. And it might not be that crazy. Then I just create my own sprites. Let's see if there's a quick answer to this somewhere. So that would be Unity. power button with keyboard. Unhighlight button. Let's see, on pointer enter, on deselect. Okay. I'm gonna answer this. The keyboard. Target graphic. So they're doing it manually. On click. Attach the key button script to a regular UI button. Switch the key to whatever key code you want to bind. Configure colors and transmission. Alright, screw it. I'm just going to do it. It's easy enough. So. So I'm going to have to make, there's menu controller. How about menu item? Run scripts. All right, so this, all it has is sprite renderer. And then it does that. That's it. At least I think so. I don't even know if I need this property. Yeah, I think the menu controller can do the rest. Let's see. So this isn't going to be a button. Menu item. Default selected. Item. Menu item. Items. And this is going to be easy enough. Just give me all the children. Get components, children, menu item. Okay. Oh, and I guess if default selected item for each menu item in selected. What items? So this one is going to have a So we're going to be able to get the button off of it, right? So they also require a button. Right, so engine, and I'm going to have my button. And this is going to be on awake. Like so. Problem with this is also on awake, so I have to do this on start. That I can do. Okay. Do that, and button, no, item dot button dot sprite state. What is this? Let me just look at this. This might be even easier, but let's see. What is it? Selectable? Sprite state? No. What is it called? Selectable dot sprite state. Sprite state. Sprite state. Where's that selectable thing again? Item dot button dot select. Let's get back in here. What is sprite state? Oh, here's target graphic. Sprite state. So it's a struct. Oh, okay. It just defines all the sprites. Equatable. Sprite state other. Okay. Selection state. How about that? Do state transition. Normal, highlighted, pressed, selected. Okay, so can I set that then? Selection. I guess it's not public. It's protected. Do transition state on pointer on. All right, so I'm just gonna have to do it this way, I guess. Oh, how do I set the sprite on the damn thing? Let me see this. Sprite state. Doesn't care about my... Well, I guess that would be in the button implementation. Let me open up button. Ah, selectable. Okay. Button clicked event. Guess I can't see all that stuff. All right. All right, let's see what I can mess with. So they have target graphic. Can I get a graphic out of a sprite? Item dot selected. This is a texture. See, I do not know what I'm doing. Damn it. Let's take a look at this button. Source image. Target graphic is the image. Okay. Okay. That's oh, because that's a I have to know that that's an image. Dot image. I don't know. Sprite equals that. I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess. All right. So retry button. I'm gonna give the old menu item or not. Menu item. So I'm gonna have some HUD menus. So button retry normal. Button retry hover. And then this is going to be the retry. Hey, there we go. Okay. Then I move my mouse around. And it hasn't, the button hasn't received any events, so nothing else happens. Oh, but it's like forever that graphic now. Okay. Why is that the case? Source image. Okay, so that became the default image. That overwrote this default image. Whoops, I didn't click on it. So I guess the button is actually pretty big. Yeah, it's huge. Okay. That's okay. Would make more sense if... okay. Shit. Sprite, press sprite, select sprite, select sprite. So I can't manually do that. Or I guess I don't want to, unless I do all the mouse over stuff myself as well. I could, it's just mouse over and mouse out. That's all it is. It's not crazy. And I could put that into this menu item thing, honestly. So this would just be like public void set selected, public void set unset normal. And then what would happen is I would just get button dots image dot sprite equals selected, and then that was normal. And then what I can do with all these buttons is do all this nonsense where I have to go in here and add another event trigger. So here, actually, so now that I have this, I can take this out of here. Right, so I had play hover sound, right? So that I can move into the menu item, even though they'll probably all have the same hover sound. So what I'll do is, it's not that cool, but I can make a back reference to the menu controller. I'll just call it menu itself. And what I can do there is say, oops, menu.play hover sound. What's wrong with this? And the caller is my button. Why do I need that? If caller is interactable, right? Okay, so, which I might not be. Makes sense. And then what I'll need here is, instead of calling play hover sound menu controller, I can just go directly to myself, menu item, set selected. That's pointer enter, and then I'll have another one for, oh wait, that's another function call. Add a new event, pointer exit. And this will be menu item set normal. So far that will be the only button that works that way. And then what I can do is just say like, screw all these things. I don't care. I don't have any transitions. I handle that myself. And then it's fine. Navigation automatic. I might have to turn that off too. I don't know. Because I think that handles like the tabs and stuff. Let's see. Alright, so it's on by default. Oh, well that's not correct. It's also not catching my on enter. Oh, what? No function. Set selected. Okay. And it's not, oh right, the menu was never set, right? So that has to happen in menu. Menu, where are you? Okay. So, this is going to kind of get switched around here so that I can do something like that. This I can just say here, and that. Don't break. And item.menu is this. Slowly breaking that apart. Okay. So now that I have that, I just got to get that. Don't know why this got disconnected here. So this is set selected. Right, and then the retry button has these things. So it has quit normal, which is not correct. It should actually be retry normal. There it is. So what I can do is make it so that the on mouse exit doesn't do anything. I can just make the menu deselect all. Right, deselect all items. Loop here, item.set normal. There's no sound effect on that. And then menu items set selected would just do menu dot deselect all items. Set selected on just this guy. And play the hover sound. Makes sense, I think. And what I can also do, this is going to get, keeping track of this is going to get interesting. I can link them. Previous item. I'm not writing it like that now, all these underscores. Next item. I'm getting mixed up with how I write variable names. So this is essentially going to set that. Okay, so when I'm setting up the items, first item, if first item equals item, menu is this, item dot previous, no, menu item last item, and I'll just keep setting that until I get to the end. Last item equals item, last item dot next item equals first item dot previous item equals last item. Item dot previous item equals last item. Oh, That's fine. This will just be null if it's the first one. I don't really care because it's going to get set down here anyway. All right, so all good. Why do I have that then? So that I keep them as like a linked list or something. Why? I could get the controller input here. Could easily just do menu controller. When I do this, I'll say item that is selected is true as well. And the menu items can worry about, let's see, update. Worry about the controller inputs. Yeah, I like that, I think. So next equals controller dot if selected, then I can take controller input. Which means that it's game controller, not controller. Game controller dot move right. Is it not move right? It's D-pad right. Pad right. Down. Or game controller pad down. Previous equals. Copy this. And this is going to be pad left and up. I can also do the stick. Just remove the stick. I forgot what I did for that. Player. So that's going to be stick. Oh, okay. I made those buttons also. So that's cool. All right. Simple enough. So I'll do pad or stick. So I'll add another one here. Or that. Or that. Right, so this will be down, stick down, stick right, and then I'll just replace this again. Left, stick left, whoa, left, pad up. Okay, that's simple enough. And then what's going to happen is if next, else previous, all I have to do is say button, no, next button, next item, dot set selected, or previous item, dot set selected. That should work. But then I do have to, so this should work regardless of my stupid mouse. I should be able to control that menu. Sounds like stuff is happening. So if I go to retry button, I'll see that previous item is the retry button and next item is the retry button. That's because there's only one item. Because I didn't set up the this thing. So there's menu item here. And I know that selected should be the quit, hover, and quit. What? Normal, quit, normal. The button should be myself, but that's fine. The menu will get auto set, this will all get auto set. So now that's there, and now I can do what I did there, which is, oh, does it actually have a sprite renderer? I don't need a sprite renderer on the menu items. What am I thinking? They don't have sprite renderers. Okay. So a retry button just adds another thing. So this is going to be calling it, no, not on click. Cancel. No, quit. It's going to go here. And then add another one. On pointer exit. Oh no, I'm getting rid of on pointer exit, right? Yeah. And it's going to call menu control, menu item, set selected. And then I can get rid of, I can just set this to none. See if that works. Let's make sure we can die. Oh, that's weird. It says there's a new message in the chat room. Weird. Okay, next, previous. So that's weird. Null reference. What's happening here? So next item didn't get set for one of them. Let me see what actually happened here. So quit button has no previous or next. Retry button has no previous or next. Oh, here it comes. Oh, so now it does, because I guess since game over finally got activated. So here it's both quit button. And here it's retry button and nothing. So let's take a look at what this loop is doing. Okay, so how many menu items are there? First of all, local. It should be like this. Items. 2, the quit button, the retry button. Okay, so first item is null. First item is the quit button. Okay. Previous item equals last item, which is just going to be null. Right, I can look at that, so it's going to remain null. Item.menu is going to be this, which is correct. It's not the default selected. The last item is going to be this item. last item in the list. Correct. Okay, next item. So first item is not null, skip. Current item dot previous equals last. So so he has no previous, not yet. Previous item is going to be the quit button, right? Because last item is the quit button. It is. So now the previous item is the quit button. Where's the next item? It's null. Previous is null, next is null. And that should get resolved. I'm never setting a next item. Yeah, so that's probably what's breaking there. Let's see. So that's selected. Last item is this one, and the loop. So last item, next item is the quit button, because that's the first item. The previous one is the quit button, which is correct. So no matter which button I press, I should go to the quit button. But then the first item is null for previous, null for next. Well, it should set 1 here. Retry button. Okay. So that's just a matter of this one thing here, which is item dot previous items. Last item dot next item equals, or I should say, if last item last item, next item equals this item. Okay. Pressing to go to previous. Again, I'm having issues here. So, quit button, everything's the retry button. Retry button, everything's the quit button. So if I press left, let me get rid of this. So I'm gonna put, I have to attach it, I guess. F9 and F9. So click in here. So let's go on to previous item, which is menu item. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say set selected on it. Menu button. Okay. So menu, deselect everything. Let me look at menu. Items. Items. So selected false. Selected false. Okay. Because deselect calls set normal on everything. Okay. Play hover sound. Image sprite is selected sprite. My button. Set selected to true. And that's all that should happen. Why is it calling it again? Oh. Because it's in the same frame? So now this one is selected. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fine. I have to like rig this up. Just selected. Like this, okay. Going around in circles here. So if selected and not just selected, if just selected equals yes. So if I got selected in this same frame, and setting selected would just do is selected, just selected. And that's just protection from that. Okay. So now I'm kind of stuck on the quit button. Why? Why am I stuck on quit? Should be going to the retry button. Going to the next item, which is the quit button. What? No. Who am I? I'm the retry button? I'm selected? How am I selected? Man, how? Is selected false? All right, if I continue this on, I'm the retry button. What? A little confused. All right, whatever. I'll leave this here. Restart this. Of course, something weird is going on. Okay. Pressing next. Being that I'm the retry button, I should go to the quit button. Next item. Quit button. Okay. So set selected. Deselect all items. Set normal. Sprite is normal. Selected as false. Retry button. Image is normal. Selected as false. Coming back out of this. I'm in the quit button. Play the hover sound. Set my sprite to the selected sprite. Set myself to selected. Set just selected. And I'm the retry button now. And I was not just selected. So get rid of that. And now I'm where? Inside of the quit button. Selected and not just selected. So this will not happen. And if just selected, it's false. All right, so now we're in like sound effect or something. So play. So now pressing next again. How? How did I get reselected? What else is happening? Well, it's... If I jump back here, retry button, it's not selected. Quit button, it is selected. So how is this happening? Something else is... No. Previous? Something happened here? Okay. Kind of got deattached or something. Yeah. Deattach. Oh, because I was only doing it on next also. How the hell is this the retry button? Selected. Oh, selected. Oh god, is selected. Selected was the sprite. That's not confusing at all. Okay. So is selected, is selected, is selected. Alright, so that for sure probably fixed it, I guess. Alright, fantastic. And then what I'm going to say is confirm. Ooh, how am I going to handle confirm? How am I going to handle confirm? Oh, I guess I don't have to do that here. I just do that in the menu controller and update if confirmed button does not equal null. Okay. So confirm, say control confirm game controller dot, what do we got here? Let's say like A, so like action down, or game controller dot, command right, down, dot, what else? The enter button on the keyboard would be fine. Did I map that to anything? Game control, right. Escape, return. So that's action right. Oh, that's kind of weird. What about action down? Oh, that's the space. Man. feel like action right should be, I'm just not going to use space. Action right is going to be, is not going to be return. Action right is going to be escape. That's fine. Action left is going to be, I don't know. Maybe that's going to be space. So then jumping would be return. Action down. Return. Because down would be like the confirm button. So enter would jump from the ship? I don't know. This is getting a little weird. I guess I could create an alternate. Oh, well, another case, when I go back to menu controller. So this is command down. I mean, not command down. Pad down. Not pad down, action down. Down. So if control confirm, then we are going to say, damn. So this is, I have to map these function calls. Unless I can just call it on the thing. Okay, hold on. It's gonna be, can I add an event trigger? Submit. Or pointer click would do both. I'm gonna do on submit though. Because that's the same as on click over here, right? Okay, so submit is gonna do the menu. It's gonna do menu controller, confirm retry. And it's gonna be the retry button. And quit, submit, game over here. Menu controller, confirm, quit, quit button. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is do a submit on that button that is selected. So for each menu item in items, if item dot selected is selected, I gotta rename that. If item dot is selected, then I'm going to item dot button dot submit. Can I not manually call click on it? On click, on pointer click, pointer event data. Do I even care? I do that. Let's see. Thought I had a window open here. So Unity Pro. Invoke on the event. On click dot invoke. Let's try that one. And then we won't even need the onSubmit anymore. You can see that little reference here from the old Unity forums. Unity answers. So if that onClick works, then I don't need that submit event data. Hey, look at that, it worked. Okay. So both of these can get rid of, oh, you can't do that with multiple objects. Okay, get rid of the submit, get rid of submit, which I could have done on submit, but I might as well use on click because the mouse also clicks. Alright, so that's not bad. And then I can set up the same thing in the main menu. Let's see. Where are my scenes here? Title. Alright, so I have a canvas. So this is going to be the menu controller? No. Oh, the menu controller is just kind of hovering over here. Ah, that's not cool. I guess what I can do is put it in here. And just put everything inside of this. At least the buttons. Why did I name this new game and not new game button? Alright, I can do that, and hopefully everything still works normally for now. Nope. So this doesn't work because, okay, if last item not equal null. If last item is null, then there's nothing. All right. Other than that, though, I think everything worked. Let me just double check, I guess. Level 1.4, yeah. Continue button, new game button. All right, so I can do the same thing for both, which is none here. I can leave the on clicks, pointer enter. I need to change, so I need to add menu item. Here the normal is continue, button continue normal. Oh, there's also disabled. Button continue hover. So that's interesting. I'll think of something to do for that. And that's it for that. I just have to change this event to be this guy, menu item, selected. Same thing for new game, menu item, normal, new game, no, new, button new game, normal, new game, hover. Alright, and then this thing here, menu item, set selected. Okay. Everything else is going to work fine. Except for the disabled part, right? If I take this down to level 1, then there's no continue option. And that should be disabled. Which it is disabled. Alright, so new game still works. Okay. So I can do something here that says I can just skip over it. So next, right? So if next item dot, oh, well, I don't really have, oh, button dot interactable is false. Else, go ahead and do that. And I can do the same thing for previous. So what's going to happen here is it's going to skip over that and just select the next one. Ah, man. So it's going to get next item dot set selected, which really means that it's going to grab itself and set itself to selected, which means nothing's going to happen. At least in this case where there's only two options. Same thing for previous. Just do this, changing it to previous. Except this is going to be previous. And of course this could actually go on into an infinite loop. Not an infinite loop, just keep shuffling through the... yeah, probably have to do that. So, menu item equals next item, while next item dot button dot interactable is false. Just grab next current item. Oh, so this is going to be current item. Sorry. Current item equals current item dot next item. And then when it's all finally said and done, I have to find at least one that's interactable. And that'll be current, whatever is left over. Right, and I'll do the same thing here, except I'll do previous item. So that'll be previous item. And keep going backwards to the previous item. And then this should just be whatever's left over, current item, set selected. Okay. What to do from here? Now, to prevent the mouse over from doing anything, if set selected were to actually get called on this thing, I would say that nothing would happen, right? So nothing would get deselected. So if button dot interactable is false, I guess if button dot interactable, let's just do that, and then we can do all this stuff. Done. Okay, and then I just need, is that it? No. So if button dot interact was false, then I can just set my sprite to be my, public sprite, disabled sprite. So this is kind of dumb. I think they have this previous serialized. Name. There was like a, previously serialized as or something like that, so that you don't break the serialization. Unselectable, right? So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to say header sprites, header other dot set. Unselectable for continue is continue disabled. So what's going to happen here is if button interactable is false, then button image sprite equals unselectable. And hopefully that is set. All right, it is set and nothing is happening. And I can try to do this and nothing happens. So then what I can do there is quit the game and say I start on level 2. And there it is. However, nothing is selected by default, so I should probably set that. So I have nothing selected, so I can't go up and down. So as soon as I do select something, then I can do this. And when I hit the, I'm using the controller, by the way. So what can I do? I guess I could just press this button on continue. Ah, what was that? What actually in the hell happened there? So when continue is pressed, let me guess, something weird happens. Let's go to menu controller, confirm, continue. Play confirm sound. Disable all buttons. Oh, that. Okay, so do I have a new game button, new game, normal? I guess this is what it's going to look like. It's just going to be a disabled button. Oh, and I need one selected by default. So this is actually going to be new game, but I'm gonna have to put in some hacks in here. So default, menu item selected. This is going to be annoying. So I am already doing some stuff here. Last save world, blah, blah, blah. Then I do all this stuff and confirmed button. With world level text object. Okay. If last save world is greater than 1. class save world equals 1 and level is greater than 1 or world is greater than 1, then this is the ability to continue. Continue button, right? So what I can do is overwrite the default here. Continue button, where am I messing with it? If last save world is 1 and last save level is 1, continue button that, continue button that, else grab the menu item from the continue button, continue menu item equals button dot get component continue menu. What? No, menu item. Oh, is this happening every frame, by the way? So it is. That's not cool. Continue menu item. So I don't need to get the button, actually. I can get the menu item instead. So that's menu item, continue item, right? Menu item. And then I can come down here and instead of doing this, continue item, 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 and I can grab the button like that. And I can say that default selected item equals continue item. And I can say that continue item dot is selected equals true and continue item dot button dot image dot sprite equals continue dot I should probably set that to default, but selected. Not that that really does anything, it just makes more sense. Oh, God. So what I can do is continue item dot set selected, but it will play the noise. Ah, but it's going to do it like every frame too, right? Okay. If not, continue item dot is selected. Ah, that's not going to help either. I just need it to be initially selected. Like, is that too much to ask? All right, I can handle with the interactable thing then later. I can just do it up here in the awake. Right, I can just override this thing and say that my default selected item is going to be the continue item, and that's that. There we go. And, oh wait, but under certain conditions. So, there I have that. Start. I can do it here. So, if continue item is null, then default selected item equals continue item. This is a headache, but it is kind of working. So let's go to what do I call it? What do I call it? Totally blanked out there. Right, okay, and let's set the level back to 1. There, and now we're in a new game only. So as soon as we have extra things, we can default to continue. And that's pretty nice. I can use the controller. Just hit continue. Now I'm flying. Ah. Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, I can still jump out. I gotta, like, disable everything in this menu. Oh, where's the... Oh, did I do that exclusively in, like, level 1 or something? Level 2? Let's go back here and say level, main menu, main camera, HUD, canvas, game over. So I have to override all this game over stuff. Perfect. So now when I start back in the title screen and continue to level 3, everything should be set up correctly. Take all that. Rescue this little guy. Gotcha. Oh shit. Levels need to be longer for sure. Oh, what happened? Oh, I can do that and it takes away the shield. That's kind of lame. Oh, and it says I don't have the shield anymore? Oh, did I get hit? Oh, because that causes a hit. Ah. That's kind of annoying. Oh, what happened? Oh, I still get hit at the beginning of the level, causing me to lose my shield. Oh no, I'm really fast. Oh, but if my ship is dead, how the hell am I gonna get out of this situation? Oh. I hadn't thought of that one. Well, there it goes. I can keep hitting this damn ship. Nothing's gonna happen. Cool. Ah, man, I need disabled buttons for those things. Yeah. So it's kind of an overlooked thing there. Alright, so let me make a to-do list here of all the newly discovered bugs. So, when button is available, level bullets hitting. Didn't I just add something to the to-do list that yeah, so this is kind of done. And this is actually related to the ship should fly away, but if your ship dies while or before you're on the cruiser, you have no way out when it blows up. Revive ship? I don't know. That's a weird one. Ship invincible, one cruiser, presence. I don't know, that's tough. Cruiser always does. Oh. If player ship not present, add an enemy ship at the cruiser exit point. That's a weird one too. So one of these things. So then the other thing is when player lands in ship, a hit is recorded and you lose the shield. Cool. All right. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Thanks for sticking around, anybody who did, and catch you tomorrow.